Hi, this is Jeff.Huei.Huang. I'm a realtor serving the LA San Gabriel Valley area. I lived in SUV all my life with my wife and kids. I'm passionate about sharing what I know of SUV, and I became a realtor to help others make it their home as well. I'm here today with State Farm owner Nicole Vuong, who has over 20 years of insurance experience. Nicole, thanks for joining me on the Zoom call.
Thank you for having me, Jeff. Wow, that's amazing. You lived all your life in the SUV. Yeah, I on the other hand, also lived all my life in the SUV as well.
Or total townies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with that said, thank you for the introduction. I started my, insurance background about 20 years ago, and 16 years experience with State Farm, and now I'm an agency owner. And so I would love to be able to help, with any questions that you may have.
That's amazing. So for the goal of our video is to help provide some insights on how to save on State Farm insurance, and more specifically, their home insurance coverage. Nicole, where should we start?
Well, with most people, when they start buying insurance, is, when you get your driver license, right? At 16 or 15 and a half, when you get that permit, and your parents need to add you onto the policy, going to maybe an apartment when you go to college, and then eventually, getting your first job, looking into your first home, getting married. So all of that floats in the family with State Farm, what we do here. And so what we do is not only do we insure your car, but we're able to insure your home as well. And usually with the car and the home, there is actually an additional discount.
Wow, it sure sounds like there's a lot of customer benefit to own different type of insurance policies with State Farm. And on top of it, it sounds like State Farm is set up to grow with their customer, from car insurance to rental insurance. And then it sounds like we're just on the very tip of it talking about property insurance. So with that, can you tell us more about property insurance?
Yeah, definitely. So usually when a customer is looking into buying a home, whether it's a condo or a single family home, before you submit the offer for that property, I would suggest to go ahead and check with your insurance agent for the property insurance, to make sure that there's no problem insuring that property. Because in California we're very diverse, right? We have homes that are by the mountain, we have homes that are by the oceans, we have homes that are by the lake. We have a very diverse geographical area. So the process that I want to recommend most of my customers, when you're looking into buying that property or putting an offer on that property, check with your insurance agent on that property to see how insurable it is, and to see the pricing on it, and to see if it fits into your finance budgets, because sometimes on the loan there is also a budget for insurance as well. And so a lot of time people rush into the buying process, and then they get to escrow, and that's when they realize that they need to have insurance. So if you want to be upfront about it, check on insurance right before you put in the offer. I think that would probably you'll be ahead of the game for the most part.
Okay. So now, is there a different type, or how is it considered, between property insurance for a condo townhouse to property insurance for like a single family home?
That's a good question. Yeah, most people, when they own a condo and then when they own a single family home, to the homeowners, they own the home, right? So it should be the same, right? Yeah, but there's actually a little bit of a difference on the insurance side of it. Usually a condos would have a master policy that covers all the buildings. So whether it's a 4-unit condos or a 250-unit condos, they're usually, depending on your CCNR too, there usually would be a master policy that covers the rebuilding of the structure, and what we call the master policy. And so that covers the rebuilding, and each individual unit owner are responsible for what is called in the escrows and in the lending world, we call it the H16 policy. And what that does, yeah, I know Jeff probably have heard of that. So you must have sold some condos. Yeah, so the H16 coverage is a little bit different from the homeowner policy in that it doesn't cover the structure itself, because the structure itself, the building itself, is covered under the master policy for the whole complex. And then the individual unit owners or the individual condo owner purchase a policy that covers any fixtures that you update on the inside, plus your personal belongings, which is your personal decor, you know, your appliances, furniture, things like that on the inside.
And then, so from the different type of property insurance from condos to single family, are there things on the outside, kind of like the environmental type of insurance? In California, there's things to think about like earthquake insurance. So can you tell us the other type of insurance that a homeowner should consider?
Yeah, definitely. So most of the time when you purchase a home, the lender would require you to have hazard insurance or fire insurance. And that, you know, at State Farm is a comprehensive policy called homeowner policy. It covers, you know, pretty much lightning, fire, theft, vandalism, you know, the hazard insurance. The lender usually don't require you to have earthquake insurance, but because California is an earthquake-prone state, so I suggest a lot of customers to invest into purchasing the earthquake policy. Just because, you know, it's been, I don't know how many years, since 94, so it's been about 20 plus years, right, that we haven't had that big earthquake, and we don't know when that is going to hit, and when it does, your home is your biggest asset, and you know, you might have a lot of equity in the home, and you don't want to wait for FEMA to step in, you don't want to wait for, you know, the catastrophe of the country to come and step in to help you rebuild that home. A homeowner that is by the coastal area, by a body of water, you know, on top of my head, I could think of, like, say, you know, Lake Elsinore, Lake Arrowhead, if you live by Long Beach, you know, Balboa Island, or, you know, Laguna Beach, places like that, if you're by the coastal area. And sometimes the lender also requires you to have flood insurance. And what that does is it covers a body of water overflowing and flooding your property. So that is another requirement that some lenders have while you're purchasing a property in those areas. And that also, if you're by the coast, then also be very proactive. Check into flood insurance with your insurance agent way ahead of time, because those FEMA policies takes a while to get approved.
Very good. Well, that about wraps us up. We hope that this gives everyone a little bit of insight on State Farm discounts and the different type of property insurance. Please like our video and follow us if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. This is Jeff Huang, and
this is Nicole Vuong from State Farm. Thank you for having me.
yeah, we're signing off. Thank you.